Hey, Mrparka here to review a new one from Severin Films. It is Dr. Butcher MD, aka Zombie Holocaust. I actually pretty familiar with this movie. I think everybody is. I've been a big fan of Italian horror cinema growing up as a kid and stuff like that. This is the Blu-ray release. There actually was a previous Blu-ray release, I think, done by Shriek Show, who released the DVD in the States. To my knowledge, it's not a great-looking print. Severin always does a top-notch job, so I was really excited to check this one out. I hadn't seen it in a very long time, and you know, I remember having kind of mixed feelings about the movie. But I must say that this is probably the best release of a movie like this in a very long time, and I really appreciate it this time around. I'm a big fan of Italian zombie films, and a big fan of Italian cannibal films. Zombie Holocaust mixes both genres and the Mad Doctor genre, creating a movie that has enough kind of fill and cheesy stuff in here to make like a 3 Italian gore fest, but it's just one crazy, bizarre, cheese-tastic movie. Zombie Holocaust follows a story of these all these kind of weird outbreaks in the city. People are eating pieces of bodies, and they're not sure. They trace all these people are coming from the same area, so that's the catalyst to kind of go there and check out what's happening. The group is led by the lead from Zombie and Alien Contamination, Video Nasty's favorite. Everybody should remember, yeah, Ian McCulloch. I'm sorry, I mispronounce his name all the time, but he's in a slew of a couple of Video Nasty movies, and he has got this dry kind of British mentality. He's good in this as well, and he basically takes a group of people over there to kind of see what's going on. They have a run-in with Donald O'Brien from Emmanuelle and the Last Cannibals, and they figure out this guy is a mad doctor creating zombies and creating all these tribes people to go kind of crazy. So essentially that's the setup of the movie. The group is attacked by cannibals and eaten and munched on, and they fight zombies here and there. The bigger threat in the movie actually is the doctor and the cannibals over the zombies here. They do attack, but they're not necessarily as scary as the gut-munchers, I guess I'll say. This movie's, you know, unintentionally funny with a lot of its dialogue, and in the Dr. Butcher cut, there's a lot of hilarious over-the-top sound effects. But yeah, the unintentionally hilarious dialogue really brings out the cheese factor in here immensely. It cracks me up, some of the scenes in here, in a good way. I mean, it's vastly entertaining because of this. And another thing that I absolutely find great about the movie is just the script is great, in the fact that just people are doing ridiculous things and how silly and over the top this whole movie is, but it never slows down to let you catch up and realize it, or that they even understood what was going on. They're just like, screw it, keep going. And it's very fast-paced and gory and just stupid and awesome. The movie, like I said, also it's cheesy and stuff like that, but it also has these great technical things about it. Like the score and the effects are amazing. The score is so much better than the movie. If you would hear the score and be like, I'm gonna watch a beautiful movie, what's this from? And then you're like, Zombie Holocaust, what in the hell? Just a great score, as all Italian films usually do, and especially a lot of the cannibal films. Think Cannibal Holocaust, most certainly. Yeah, but it's a great score, an underrated score. It's not brought up enough compared to a lot of the other big ones, you know, like you know, Goblin or Ritz Ortolani. I'm not as familiar with this composer, you know. But yeah, also the special effects are top-notch in here. Lots of eye gouging and just waxy, kind of creepy, gross-looking zombies. Not as good-looking as the ones in Zombie Flesh Eaters, but pretty good. Better than Burial Ground and Nightmare City, that is for sure. But yeah, so it has great effects, it has great music, and it has an undeniable cheese factor. Like I said, the script is ridiculous. There's these just kind of throwaway characters that just, you know, are gonna die, kind of like an episode of Star Trek where like everybody, you and you go, and you're like, oh, that guy's as good as dead. There's a lot of characters like that. Dakar is in it from Zombie as well. It uses the same locations as Zombie, so it's very familiar looking, and it's very familiar kind of retread of these films. It's gory, like I said. It does a couple effects that were kind of new for the time, and the throat slashings in this film are some of the best I've seen, period. So yeah, we get all the tropes of the cannibal film and all the tropes of the Italian zombie film, but we do not get the animal cruelty, which was prevalent in the Italian cannibal films, which I'm kind of glad for. I'm happy to see that, because when you watch a really cheese-tastic movie and you're like enjoying yourself, and then they pull out an animal and kill it for real, you're kind of like, for this, man? I mean, it's not, it's just like, for this movie that happened, and it's just kind of mind-baffling, to be honest. It's a shock factor. And now let's get to the bonus features on here. The funny thing is, the film actually has 2 cuts, like I said, and they're actually almost 2 different styles of film in a lot of ways. The disc would have you believe that. I mean, what's on the special features are kind of 2 different styles. The Dr. MD cut of this movie, Dr. Butcher MD, has a different opening, which is shot by Roy Fromkes from an uncompleted zombie anthology that he was doing, which kind of shoehorns in that storyline in the beginning and doesn't really make much sense, but they just didn't want to pay for title cards for Zombie Holocaust, I guess. But so that's kind of a hilarious story you learn in the special features. It is also shorter, and it has a brisker pace that kind of flows a little bit better, I think. The sound effects are much cheesier in the Dr. Butcher MD cut, and all the features on here kind of related to 42nd Street kind of grindhouse theaters, which I never grew up with. I mean, I was a suburbs kid in the Midwest, and I never got to see any of that kind of stuff, and I wasn't old enough. I would have kind of wish I would have got to see that stuff, but I gotta vicariously live through special features and other people. So this is the best I could get. So it was really interesting to see one of the owners of these theater chains talk about how they would get films, and talk about the impact of the films, and talk about how they would get people in seats, and that was just an awesome thing. Roy Fromkes also has a walk around the kind of old area and talks about, well, this theater was here, this theater was there, they showed this, and we see all these old vintage pictures and stuff like that. That kind of just you watch these people longing for an old nostalgia, which is also really cool. So yeah, that's pretty much on that disc. There's also trailers and things like that. On the Zombie Holocaust version disc, there's lots of interviews with actors and actresses and special effects artists, which are very interesting as well. Yeah, this kind of stuff, I've become, as the older I get, the more appreciative I am of all the special features and hard work they put into these things, because it's just as fun as watching the movie as learning about it afterwards now, because I'm old, I guess. But yeah, I really dig that kind of stuff, and this disc went all out. I kid you not. Like I said, from features all the way down to the prints looking pretty damn good, especially for these types of movies. Like I said, the ultimate compliment you can give to like a kind of a niche company, like a genre company that releases like Blu-rays and DVDs and things like that, is that they actually went out and gave they did more for the movie than that anybody would feel that it deserved, and that's definitely what Severin did. I love Zombie Holocaust, don't get me wrong, but it's Zombie Holocaust, and they went out and treated it like it was a Criterion, like it was you know, something like Citizen Kane, and they truly did a great job, and it's a really great release of a really cheese-tastic movie that mixes zombies, mad doctors, and cannibals all under the same umbrella, while ripping off Emmanuelle and the Last Cannibals and Zombie and Cannibal Holocaust, which a lot of those movies are cash-ins and rip-offs of other movies. So it's just hilarious to think that it's just a rip-off of a rip-off made by actually a well-known director with over 70 titles to his name, and just really it goes at a brisk pace, you know, uncoherent, undeniably stupid movie, but it's wonderfully entertaining, gory, gross, cheesy, and just a wild ride. I'd really recommend checking this disc out. If you're not a big fan of the film itself, I would still suggest getting this, because the features on here are great, and you really do kind of learn about how stuff kind of worked on 42nd Street. You get a look behind the curtain, I will say. But yeah, this one is a great release by a great company. I look forward to their other Italian films they'll be releasing. I think Burial Ground, Beyond the Darkness, yeah, just lots of cool stuff coming from Severin, and I'm just happy this movie got such a great release. Makes me excited for the future. Mrparka, thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.
Private.
Won't you ever change him as a show?
Last night, this body was intact. I checked it myself.
The second time this month that something like this has happened. We must have a psychopathic deviant in the hospital.
Maybe we should report it to the police.
No, that's out of the question. Police investigation would give us a bad name.